She loved you. You know she did. There were moments at the kitchen table, on a car journey, just in a look, where you felt it completely. She was warm and present, and you were seen. And then, without warning, she was gone. Not physically. She was still in the house, but the warmth had vanished. Something else had taken its place. Distance, coldness, a mood you could feel in the air before you had registered a single word. And the part nobody talks about, the part that shaped everything, is that you never knew which version was coming. So you spent your childhood in a state of quiet, constant readiness, watching, waiting, hoping that today would be a warm day. That hope, that exhausting, loyal hope, is what I want to talk about today. Because it did not stay in childhood. It followed you here, into your body, into your relationships, into the way you live, into your adulthood. But love on its own is not enough if it cannot be consistently felt. And the child, you, did not have the cognitive development to understand that your mother's coldness was about her pain. The child only knows what she experiences. And what she experienced was, sometimes, I am safe here. And sometimes, I am not. And I never know when it is going to change. That unpredictability, that inconsistency, is one of the most dysregulating experiences a developing nervous system can have. Not because it is dramatic, but because it never resolves. In attachment research, we call this anxious attachment. The child's nervous system cannot find a stable pattern to predict whether love is available. So, it does the only intelligent thing it can do. It heightens its alertness. It starts reading everyone's microsignals. The tone of footsteps on the stairs. The specific quality of the silence at breakfast. The way a door is closed. One client told me, I became an expert in my mother's moods. I could read her from across the house. I thought this was a skill. I did not know it was a wound. She was not wrong. It was a skill. An extraordinary one, built under extraordinary pressure, and it never switched off. I want to take you somewhere most videos never go. I want to talk about where the mother wound actually lives. Not in the mind, not in the memory, but in the body. In the physical places where the nervous system stored what could not be processed. Because this is what I see with my clients, sessions after sessions, when I work with women who carry this mother wound. It starts in stomach. This is the energy center of identity, of worth, of personal power. And in women with the mother wound, it is always about being on a very high alert, contracted. This is where the anxiety lives, the gut level fear that love might be withdrawn, that she is not enough, that she has to earn her place. Then we have the chest, the heart center, where grief lives, where longing lives, where the unnamed sadness of never quite being reached sits quietly behind everything else. This is where the mother wound aches most clearly, the reaching that has never quite arrived. And there is the throat, the place of words that were never safe to say. I am hurt. I need you. I need your hug. I needed you more than you gave me. These words stayed in the throat, years after years, because saying them felt dangerous, too much, a disappointment, and so the throat holds them still. Now, let me tell you how this shows up in your daily life, because the mother wound does not announce itself. It shows up as 4 very specific nervous system patterns, and you may recognize yourself in more than one. Overthinking. The mind that will not stop at 3 a.m. Replaying conversations. Checking and rechecking. This is the stomach's anxiety moving into the head. The nervous system trying to think its way to safety, because safety was never guaranteed. Hypervigilance. Always scanning. Always reading the room. Unable to fully relax, even in safe moments. This is the child who read her mother's moods still running. In the supermarket, in meetings, in the bedroom at midnight. Burnout. The exhaustion that sleep does not fix. The drive to perform, to achieve, to earn love through success. This is the solar plexus wound, the body's cellular memory that says, if I stop, I lose something essential. Inner child anxiety. The giving without receiving. The love that never quite lands. The grief with no clear name. This is the chest wound. The child who reached and was not always met, still reaching and still hoping. These are not personality traits. They are your nervous system's record of what happened, stored in the body, speaking through these patterns every single day. So what actually heals the patterns? Not more understanding, because maybe you already understand it. For another course of talk therapy where you explain the pattern and nothing in the body shifts. What heals this is body-based work, work that goes to the level where the wound actually lives. There are 3 tools I want to mention, and I want to be honest about all of 3 of them. Breath work, it's very good for healing. Even 5 minutes of slow, deliberate breathing sends a direct signal to the body. You are not in danger right now, you don't have to chase. Sound healing, the use of specific frequency like singing bowls or tonal sounds, they are proved really successful. Sounds travels through tissue. It reaches places that words and thoughts cannot. And then the one tool that I work with most deeply, which is guided somatic meditation. Not the kind that asks you to clear your mind, not the kind that tells you to relax and breathe, the kind that speaks directly to your body's cellular and emotional memory, the stored record of every experience your nervous system encoded long before you had language for it. Let me explain what I mean by cellular and emotional memory, because this is the part that changes everything. Your nervous system does not store trauma as a story. It stores it as sensation, as the tension in your stomach that appears when somebody's tone shifts, as the tightness in your chest in the moment before someone you love goes quiet, as the way your throat closes when you try to say what you actually need. These are not thoughts, they are the body's records, held in the cells, in the nervous system baseline activation. When I guide someone through a somatic meditation, my voice is not speaking to their thinking brain. It is speaking to those places, to the stomach that had been bracing since childhood, to the chest that has been holding grief for decades, to the throat that has been keeping words safe inside for years. One client said to me after her first inner child meditation, "I did not go looking for their feelings. They came to me like they had been waiting at the door I had never opened before." This is what becomes possible when you work at the high right level, not processing the wound, reaching it, meeting it, talking about it, rethinking it, re-talking about it. You are giving the body for the first time the experience it was always looking for. This is somatic healing. Safety that does not disappear. The meditations I have created for the 4 Nervous System Patterns program are built specifically for this. Each one speaks to a different pattern: overthinking, hypervigilance, burnout, inner child anxiety. In the body language of that specific wound, they are 30 days of giving your nervous system something it has never fully had. Consistent, warm, present, not going anywhere. And I want to close it saying something directly to you. If you are recognizing yourself in the watching, in the bracing, in the grief that has got no clear name, I want you to know something. Nothing you have been carrying is character flaw. None of it is weakness. It only means you loved your mother very deeply, and you built the whole nervous system around the hope that one day the warm version would stay with you. The healing is not in understanding it more. The healing is in giving the body what the mind was trying to deliver on its behalf for years. The safety that nervous system was looking for. The love that you have never felt completely. If you are tired of carrying this pattern, the help is here. Take the free quiz to see what pattern you carry. It will show you exactly which pattern is active in your body right now. The quiz is in the comment section.